So this strategy has worked really well for me for the past 3 years. I have made considerable profits. But before we start this video, I just wanted to let you know that any strategy that you learn online or from your friends or any professional trader, any strategy that you know, unless and until you backtest that strategy, unless and until you do paper trades for that strategy for a minimum of 6 months, please do not put your hard-earned money in that strategy. Many a times a strategy might work for me, it might work for some professional traders, but the same strategy, if it has been used by others, it might not work. So this is the last video of this particular series wherein I have finally revealed my technical analysis, what signals do I follow to buy or sell a stock. So I would highly recommend you, just by watching this video, please do not jump and enter or invest your hard-earned money into the market. Please do backtest this strategy, and please do watch all my earlier videos as well, wherein I've explained in details about risk management, how much of funds do you need to allocate towards a stock. So only after watching the first 4 videos, please go ahead and watch this 5th video. This will definitely help you to increase your accuracy. In my previous video, as I showed you a small technical analysis on what are the small or the minor key points that you really need to look at before entering into any stock. So that was about fundamental analysis. Today we are going to be discussing about technical analysis. So this strategy, as it's mentioned in the title, you can use it for swing trading. You can also use it for futures and options, but only for stocks. You cannot use it for options or futures to trade in indices like Bank Nifty, Nifty, Fin Nifty. You cannot use this strategy for those. These are specially for stocks and stock options or futures. Okay, so let's go ahead with learning the strategy. Okay, and what we can do is, first of all, we can go to what I generally use is I use investing.com. If you're more comfortable with TradingView, you can even use TradingView. You can use any website that you are comfortable with. Almost all are the same. They offer free services, and even the free features are quite sufficient. Okay, you can even use your broker's platform, Zerodha or Grow, or whichever broker you use. You can use those platforms as well. Once we come to the website, we need to search for any stock. Like for example, we'll start off with Avenue Supermarkets, which is DMart. This is not a recommendation. This is just because I recently visited DMart, and that is what is there in my mind currently. Okay, so if you look at Avenue Supermarkets, if you come to the technical chart over here, and you can just click on it, and let's just increase the size of the chart. Let's go full screen over here. Okay, now the main thing that you need to do is the chart pattern, change it to candlesticks. Okay, this is something that is much more pleasing. It's used by professional traders. Now one by one we will be adding our indicators. So the first indicator that we will be adding is RSI. Now RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. That is what RSI actually stands for. Now just to give you a short summary on what is RSI all about, basically it tells you if a stock has been overbought or if it has been oversold. Okay, so these are the two things that you can come to know from RSI. Now if you select RSI, the default will be 14 period time frame. You need to keep it as it is. Please do not change it. Generally what the default RSI comes up to is, if it is over 70, there are two lines. If it is over 70, it means that the stock is overbought and the stock might fall. There is a very high possibility that it is potentially overvalued and it will fall. Now the other line, which is 30 will indicate if the stock has been oversold. So it means that it is potentially undervalued. Okay, and this is a signal to buy according to the traditional RSI. So basically what it means is that 70 or above, it's an overbought situation wherein it's a sell signal, and 30 or below, it's oversold, which is a buy signal. Okay, now market has changed over the past few years. It is still not the same. So the traditional RSI will actually not work for us. Even I was using RSI, but the traditional RSI does not work. That is the time when I followed my mentor, and many of the traders actually use it. So we'll change the settings for RSI. So if you click over here, you'll be able to see the length. We'll keep it as 14 as it is, but the limits we will change it from 70, we'll change it to 60, and from 30 we'll change it to 40. Okay, so this is what we'll do over here, and we'll click on OK. So you'll see that here it has changed from 60 and here it has been 40 now. So what is the basic idea behind this? That if a stock is expensive, okay, people are ready to buy more, means it is worthy of being expensive. And if you're getting a stock for cheap, it means that there are some issues with the stock. It can get much more cheap and the stock might fall further as well. Okay, so this is what is the basic idea behind this, and this actually works. I can definitely, it has worked for me for the past 3 years that I'm there in the stock market. Now this is an indicator. This will only, as I mentioned earlier, it will only tell you the trend, or if it is overbought or oversold. This will not give you any buy or sell signal. We'll combine it with other indicators as well. So this was all about RSI. The next indicator that we will be adding is MACD. Okay, if you just type MACD over here, you just need to add it. Now I'll just tell you what MACD, just a small summary on what is MACD all about. So MACD is actually moving average convergence and divergence. It tells you the strength, direction, momentum of a stock. Okay, it is actually a relationship between two moving averages. Basically it's nothing but it's just an relationship between two moving averages. We'll keep it as default only because 12 and 26, this is one of the famous indicator. It is used by almost, you can say, 70 to 80% of the professional traders. Okay, now how this actually work is, I'll show you how this actually works. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier that MACD will keep it as it is, and we'll not even change the time frame of 1226 because that is how the professional traders actually use it. So if the blue line, this blue line over here, if it crosses the red line, it means that it is a bullish crossover. It means that it's indicating a buy signal. Now if the blue line, okay, is downwards, if it crosses below this red line, it means that it is a bearish crossover. It means that it is a sell signal. Okay, so just remember, you can change the color of the lines. It might show up differently as well, so you can please check that. Okay, now we'll just check over here as it states that this is the MACD. Okay, now we'll keep the fast line as 12 as it is and the slow line as 26. Okay, we'll not make any changes to it. Now as I mentioned, if the fast line, okay, over here, if the fast line crosses from below to up, it is a bullish signal. Like over here it's crossing below, so this means that this is a bearish signal. Okay, means the stock will fall. So even this is an indicator, so you need to use this as well. And the final thing, so this is a combination of three strategies or three indicators, you can say, and finally we'll come to the point which will actually give you the buy and sell signal. Okay, so what we'll be doing is we'll again come to indicators. We'll add moving averages. Now moving averages, just click on it twice. Okay, so as you can see, we have clicked on it twice. Now the first one, okay, I'll just tell you the time frames. The first line, just change the line. You can do it to you can use any color. I would just say I'll use green, and input length, change it to 5. The time period will change it to 5 days. This will give you more accurate and recent, you can say recent changes. Okay, the recent momentum is what you will get from this. Now you'll keep it to close only. Don't make any changes to this. Keep it to close. Okay, just make sure that whenever you add this indicator, just make sure that you're doing exponential moving averages, because moving averages is simple moving average. The other one is exponential moving average. Okay, I'll tell you the difference later, but just make sure that you're adding exponential moving averages. Okay, now as I mentioned earlier, the first one you'll change it to 5. Okay, this will give you more recent updates. The other one you'll change it to 26. Okay, So this is much more similar to MACD only. Okay, it's just that this is much more recent. So but 26 will be the factor. Okay, just make sure that you keep two different colors, so it will be much more clear for you. Okay, yeah, sure. So perfect. So this is the strategy. Now we'll just check if it actually works. Okay, now every time RSI is above 60, okay, it means that it is in a buying zone. Okay, according to our strategy, every time RSI crosses 60, and if there is an MACD crossover, it means that it is a buying zone. Now just make sure that it crosses, there's a good crossover. Okay, if all the three happens all together, this is the perfect thing. Okay, if you're using it for swing trading, you can use 1 day chart. It can range from, like, if you're holding the position for 1 day, for a week, to up to a month or 3 months. If you're planning for a long term, you can even go for, if you're using a weekly chart, then you can even use it for weekly chart. You can hold the position if you're planning to hold the position for up to a year, and you can also use a monthly chart if you're planning to use or hold the position for over a year. Now just to give you a small summary on what is exponential moving average. So moving averages, one is simple moving averages. Okay, that is something that we will not be using. Okay, we'll be using the exponential moving average because it will give you the most recent data points. Okay, so exponential moving average even takes an average of the current price, means today's price or this week's price. Everything is taken into consideration. Okay, now in a simple moving average, it gives equal weight to all data points over a period. Like if you're taking 6 months simple moving average, it will take into consideration or equal weightage to everyday price movements. But exponential moving average gives more weightage to the recent changes that happen, like the recent like the price today or in this week. It will give more importance or more weightage to the recent changes in the market, in the price. That is the reason why it will give you a better position or provide better signals in the market. So that is what exponential moving average is for. Okay, and 26 is one of the most commonly used exponential moving average. Even if it is used for MACD, like moving average convergence, divergence, it is widely used by mostly all of the professional traders as well. And we'll keep it 5 because it's for 1 week's time. So that is how we'll calculate the average. Now if we just check if the RSI has crossed 60, now over here you can see that there's a bit of indecision over here. But if you check over here, like every time as RSI has crossed 60 and there is a crossover, whenever the 5 EMA crosses above the 26 EMA, that means it is a bullish signal. Now over here look, on the 21st of February 2024, what a beautiful setup it is, wherein it has crossed MACD. At the same time, it has also crossed RSI, and there is also a crossover of 5 EMA to 26 EMA. So from 3,772 was the price, it has gone up to 5,000. Okay, which is an amazing rally. So you all should always have a stop loss and target before you enter the stock. Okay, if your stop loss is 5% of the stock, your target should be minimum 10%. Okay, that is what you need to follow. Because if you're an investor, you can definitely hold the stock for a long time. But yeah, even an investor do need to have a stop loss as well. Usually what I do is I do have a fixed target and a fixed stop loss. Or else what you can do is, as soon as there is an MACD crossover, like from the top line, there is a bearish crossover, like it cuts below the red line, then also you all can sell the stock. So over here, it's over here on the 16th of April, that is after like 3 months at 4,828. So approximately 1,000, that is 30% in just 3 months. That is an amazing return. Okay, so this is one of the examples of Avenue Supermarkets. You can go ahead and you can backtest this as well, as much as you want. Again, as you can see that in the month of November as well, RSI was above 60. There was an MACD decent crossover, and even the 5 EMA crossed 26 EMA. That is the time when from 3,745 it went up to 4,225. So approximately 15 to 20% in just a matter of just a matter of a month's time, which is also amazing. So you can just, so as I mentioned earlier, you can backtest this on various stocks, and please do paper trades for minimum 6 months. If you look at other charts as well, you can also practice it on other charts. But all the best, and please do watch all the earlier videos as well. Please do watch the beginning 4 videos, the 4 parts of the series, to get a more clear understanding, and that will definitely increase your accuracy as well. So just by looking at this video or following this strategy, please do not invest your hard-earned money. Please watch the entire series as well, the earlier 4 videos, and all the best. Thank you.